Today, we are exploring a beautiful classic revival mansion that has been abandoned for the past 5 years. Despite some major water damage, this mansion is in pristine condition. Come with us as we learn some of its history.
What is up, guys? So today we are back exploring. So we have quite a crazy episode for you guys today. This is one of the coolest mansions we have ever been in. We're really excited to shoot this place. It's absolutely stunning. Some of it is left like almost untouched. I mean, you can see like at one point someone was working on some of the rooms, but basically everything is in perfect condition. It's absolutely beautiful. So there's a bunch of floors in this mansion. So we're gonna start off on the first floor, just cover the whole thing. I mean, there's so much here to see. First room that we're starting in is an office. So it's got like the curved windows right here. It's really awesome. I mean, I would love to have this as my office.
This next room was a bright living room that featured some elegant plasterwork. This room had seen many lavish parties in its time. The owners of this home had been very wealthy from their sewing machine business and loved to entertain guests. This estate is an exact reflection of just how much money they were acquiring. This mansion was built in 1903 by a family who became largely wealthy during the Industrial Revolution. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the family made their fortune from the sewing machine business. This estate was built from some of the time's most skilled craftsmen and created with the best materials around. This mansion turned out to be an architectural gem. You could not possibly drive by this property and not take a second look. It stands out from all the surrounding neighborhoods. The estate featured a brick and sandstone facade. The 3-story home spanned about 15,000 square feet. This estate is quite an impressive sight to see, both inside and out. This was the foyer, and it had some amazing craftsmanship. Again, you can see the ornate plaster ceiling and the marble floor. You can see all the detail put into this fireplace. This was the library that was paneled in red birch, which I'm sure looked amazing when it was filled wall to wall with books. Next was probably my favorite room in the home. This was a custom carved mahogany dining room that had been created by a very skilled craftsman. The The bay window really stands out in this room and has been left in immaculate condition. The kitchen had a really classic feel to it, and it almost brings you back in time to the early 1900s when this mansion was built. I believe that this was the first abandoned mansion that we have ever seen to have its own elevator. It just shows how massive this place is.
So we just finished the whole bottom floor, so let's go upstairs and check out what's up there. The staircase is just insane.
In 1910, only 7 years after the mansion was built, the owner passed away inside the home. On the deed, he gifted the mansion to a Masonic body. This was a group that was open to both men and women and had been formed by a well-known Freemason. In 1925, the mansion was converted into a nursing home for women of this religious body. Interestingly enough, it was said that the woman who entered this rest home had to surrender all of their wealth in exchange for, quote, unparalleled comfort and care in their last days. Can you just imagine being told by your pastor that you needed to surrender everything you've ever earned in your lifetime just to stay at this nursing home? To me, this almost seems to bend the boundaries of being a religion and almost makes you think it was a cult. What do you guys think? This room had an antique baby rocker still left inside. Most of the floor was all bedrooms for the nursing home, and they were all designed a little differently. It's almost unsettling walking through the different rooms, knowing that a lot of these ladies that lived here never made it out of these bedrooms. You can see this room had been labeled as mold in the ceiling. Walking into some of these rooms, you can see that the renovations had started on them at one point only to be forgotten. That's because in 1990, the nursing home officially closed. The mansion had been sold to once again be used as a private residence. The people who bought this had the intention to live in the mansion until they finished the restoration, and then they would use the property to open a bed and breakfast. In 2015, the estate was forced into foreclosure. Bills from the restoration had been piling up for the new owner, and the burst pipe and now leaking roof was enough to push the investor over the edge, and they were forced to give up on the project, leaving the mansion abandoned and forgotten for years. I believe this room was the most damaged in the entire home. There had been mold all over, and even grass started growing on the floor. I'd say this is where the pipe had burst or where the ceiling had been leaking. Even in all its decay, you can still see the absolutely beautiful brick fireplace. You can tell this was a child's room. The room was so different from all the rest on this floor, and it almost seems like someone just moved out. Even the children's drawings are still hanging up. About a year after we filmed this episode, the mansion went viral on Instagram from a Save This House type account that posted the photos of this elegant home, and it was purchased from a new investor that moved from California to restore the property. It is now used for events such as weddings or private rentals, and they put great effort into restoring it to its former beauty. According to the event website, they claim that the mansion is haunted and that the ghosts of the original owner and the ladies of the religious body still roam the halls to this day. Of course, this could be a tactic to bring new tourists to this location, but it makes you wonder if this really could be. Let us know in the comments what you think.
Alright guys, so we just finished up exploring the mansion. We hit about every room, every floor. This place has been incredible. I can't believe the condition that this is left in.
Hope you all enjoyed this episode as much as we did filming it. This place had been incredible and we are happy to document its history. Thank you all for watching, and remember to subscribe, and we will see you in 2 weeks.